Yeah, I'm shouting right back at the devil. I've literally read hundreds of MIT, Stanford Research Institute, UN, Pentagon documents. I list them all. Make films about them. What is the endgame.com, endgamethemovie.com full bibliography? For they openly say once they get their world government in place, once they get their robot drone armies in place, it's going to be like Terminator. There's going to be a small group of humans above the machines carrying out the mass murder of humanity. That's the part that Rolling Stone doesn't tell you in this article. Again, I didn't even bring this down here. It's laying on the table. I'm going to go photocopy here. I'm just going to walk off with it. If somebody's up here at the station, I'll buy you a new one or give it back. Just email Aaron at Infowars.com, one of my producers. But I got to have this. Or I guess I'll go up to the copy machine. No, then they'll say it's fake if I show it on my TV show. That's how the public works. They'll say, that's not it. Rolling Stone's color, that's black and white. I mean, this is how the slaves are. They've got literal imprint programming brainwashing to not face it. And it's like, oh, humans won't be needed anymore, and we'll merge with machines. A new life form will be here. What they don't tell you is in the deeper writings of these people, they're going to have to kill off the rest of us because we're not good for the environment. Because the new zero-carbon creature, the new silicon life form, and whether this is really going to happen or not, this is what the elite believes. They're on power trips. They're lunatics. You understand. I'm not the one saying this. It's them. You better see Endgame, folks. You better see it quick. And by the way, you don't have to buy the stinking thing. Over $100+ grand, probably $130 to make that film. I got arrested trying to cover it, trying to get you the information. I went through hell to get it for you. And it's free on YouTube and Google. You might want to buy the DVD, though, to have it in the highest quality at Infowars.com. Or PrisonPlanet.com, or the Obama Deception. Still the #1 video on YouTube and Google. Hundreds of versions of it with hundreds of thousands of views apiece. Some versions have 4 million views, 2.5 million views, 2.3 million views. The film's been out 3.5 months. Praise God. Praise the creator of the universe that they don't have full control over the web or society yet with their technocracy. But they brag within 10 years they're going to have the control grid in place. Sooner with the web. And if we hadn't beat this, see, this is the insertion into the matrix. We're not in it yet. But, you know, there's a lot of kooks out there that claim that, this lady or this guy really wrote the Matrix book or the script for it. And the Wachowski brothers ripped him off. Well, you know, I happen to have talked to people, let's just say, in the highest levels of that production. I'm not going to even say Wachowski brothers. I'm going to leave it open. They didn't get it from anywhere in popular culture. You know where the idea for the Matrix came from? Turns out I guessed where it came from because I'd read it before I was ever told directly from people involved writing the script. It came from the Pentagon. 1968 document, declassified July 7th, 2000, and then put out by the, what's the name of that? League of American Scientists? I forget the exact name. Jaron, do me a favor. Google Army document talks about microchipping population by 2025. It's in my book, Descent into Tyranny, published 2002. Federation of American Scientists. There you go. And the Pentagon said that we'd have the singularity sometime between 2025 and 2045. Kurzweil was always saying 2025. He's now revising it in this article to 2045. This one in the page 57 in Rolling Stone magazine. He's now revising it 2045 because they've decided to suppress the technology and only allow it to develop and rise in technological spires above the slowly growing technological system we're in that we think is the most advanced. I don't know how advanced it is, but it's very advanced. I'll put it to you that way. Above what we know. So I believe 2020 is the real date from things I pieced together in reverse engineering of their own documents. See, anything classified has its mirror or its shadow in civilian space. You can tell a lot by something's shadow, by its funding, its development, the research documents developed by different research facilities and private groups that are then purchased and put into secret development by government. By the nexus points of those pieces of equipment, you can tell what they're building on the other end. Just like on the 1996 Telecommunications Act, I went on air and told you they're putting in whole floors of wiretapping system in every major phone company and internet hub to track everything through the grid and surveil everyone. How did I know? Well, the bill said it had to be capable of doing that, and then they were paying them $9 billion to put it in. And that's how the engineers at one of the guys that who had to build one of the systems for him in San Francisco said, they said, well, you weren't allowed to see the secret documents. How'd you know it was to surveil every piece of data coming through? And he goes, because I'm an engineer. The head engineer at that entire building when we built it. And this entire section of a floor, everything we do is wired through here. Every email, every fax, every phone call, every cell phone call is sent by here. And so we built it under government specs. It's designed to capture everything. And now the government admits they are. Side issue. With this extermination thing, they don't even hide it. They're so arrogant. Well, I mean, I keep talking about Bill Joy, co-founder and owner of Sun Microsystems, worth over $4 billion last time I checked. He's one of the few who says, I went to a top IT tech, a top technical meeting of the 200 richest computer company and technology owners, and they were all of one mind that everybody basically has to be killed for the rise of the machines, and that humans aren't needed anymore, and I was the outcast for not wanting to do it. That's Wired Magazine. That exists, April issue 10,000. April issue 2000. And I'm just out here in the hallway, and this magazine is sitting there, and it basically... It's introducing it to the slaves, and the slaves feel like they're all high and mighty because it's all put in a way to make them feel good about it, like they're going to be part of it. So like a bunch of jackasses, they'll all go along with it, and they play you like a fiddle. And I said I go back to your calls, and I got all these audio clips I want to play in a huge blitz of news as well. But whether they're going to be able to do it or not is a question, but that remains to be seen. But they're on record saying global genocide for the earth. That's their excuse. It's a kind of liberal Hitlerian idea. Hitler was a vegetarian and environmentalist. It's really just a control freak's excuse to dominate and control society and engineer society and play God. And the genetic engineering merging with the nanotech, merging with the super hyper AI computing, it's very nasty and threatens to overturn this entire biosphere. When you really read their literature, they say they're going to get rid of this entire system. They're playing God, folks. They think they're going to control the future. My question is, can you look away from your football games and acting tough, or from your waistline of your women feeling inadequate about yourselves for 5 minutes, to just get engaged about the future of the species with technology now doubling every 2 years? I mean, do you care about any of this? I guess you don't. Some of you. Okay, fine. Just don't blame me. Don't blame. You'll be so drugged out of your heads, though, what they're spraying in the sky and putting in your water, you won't even care. So according to them, they say, well, see, we're right. The slaves don't care, so they deserve to die. Because you can't fathom the magnitude of it. Okay, a caller was holding. Who was I talking to last? Or is he gone? Okay, he wanted to talk about Big Pharma wants to keep illegal drugs illegal, like marijuana, and then push all their poisonous drugs. And yes, that's how it works. It's all about monopolies. Chris in Florida, you're on the air.
Hey, talking about the caller who asked whether some of these talk show hosts, commentators are really doing what lying deliberately as propagandists, I can say yes, from my experience calling into like Michael Savage, I'd encourage people to record their side of the conversation also, because you might catch guests, behind-the-scenes conversations between the guest and the host, and, I'll say something on the air that's very opposite, and just take pleasure, for example, in the certain guest he had, saying how Iraq and the Middle East got a raw deal with the Treaty of Versailles, and yet he goes on air saying how the Iraqis are so ungrateful for not taking our help, and so that's just one side of it. Another talk show host will say something on the web doesn't exist, even after I've told the audience how to look it up. So,
oh no, people are all saying the Rolling Stone doesn't exist.
Well, that's fine.
No, yuppies are delusional. They think if they are on a power trip and think they're accepting it with that fake little, foolish giggle snark, that everything's okay.
Hey, did you? I'd agree with you, but that's fine. That just let them. You can laugh back at them, and they'll wonder what you're thinking as well.
But see, I care about their humanity. I want to try to save them. You're a great caller, but I got to move on here, and I'll try to get to Ronnie, Mike, and others. Are we going to break early? Oh, late. Here we go. Huh.